Hi, I'm Amy Fulgham. Thanks for joining me for my first ever yoga class. This is my final exam for the 200-hour yoga teacher certification through Asana Soul Practice in Hoboken, New Jersey. Please join me at the front of your mat by taking an easy seat, Sukhasana. So back in February, when we started yoga teacher training, I started thinking right away about what was my Dharma talk going to be. And on March 1st, I opened this calendar to this beautiful picture and quote by Martha Graham. The body is a sacred garment. It is what you enter life in and what you depart life with, and it should be treated with honor and with joy and with fear as well, but always, though, with blessing. Martha Graham. And I thought, that's it. That's it. I'm going to do my Dharma talk based on that. It's going to be a whole class on really appreciating and loving your body. But what do I think about that word, fear? And about that time, I had about a 2-week period where I was having really bad hot flashes that were waking me up in the middle of the night. I had no control over my body, and I thought, this is teaching me compassion for people who feel like they have no control over their bodies. I mean, I've been a dancer and now a yogini for my whole life, and I like to think I have control over my bodies, but we all go through periods of time, whether it's puberty or menopause or health conditions that make us feel like we don't have control of our bodies. And then 2 weeks later, the yoga studio had to close down, and we had to start shooting the yoga teacher certification classes on Zoom because of COVID. And I went back to this quote, and I thought, okay, I have a new understanding of that word, fear of the body. And I think we all do. It's now end of June, and we've all been through this process since middle of March. Different flow of emotions with each passing day. It's been a lot. We've all had fear, whether it's fear of our bodies, fear of our immune systems, fear of survival. And so when I started thinking, what am I going to do my Dharma talk on? I thought, yes, I'm still going to do it on this quote. I still want to encourage people to love their bodies and to use yoga as a practice to appreciate their bodies. But now I have a new appreciation for this Martha Graham quote and what she means by fearing the body. And I actually looked up what Patanjali says about fear in the Yoga Sutras. The Yoga Sutras are an early writing about the tenets of Vedic philosophy and yoga. And he does mention fear of dying or grasping onto life is a binavesya, and it is one of the cliches. And he says it is one of the things that keeps humans from achieving true yoga with the divine. Well, I certainly have a clinging on to life, and I have a new understanding of that. And I actually think that we can hold both of those things. They seem like a paradox, but I think we are capable of holding both of those things, of understanding that clinging to life, also understanding that if we could let go of that clinging to life, we might have more of a connection with the divine. And I think yoga and specifically focusing on the chakras will help us with that. We can hold both of those things. So I invite you to close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center, and set an intention for this yoga class on how you can use the yoga class, yoga, and study of the chakras to have the full experience of life and appreciation of this human body, including the joy and the fear that that entails. Take a deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, join me for 3 rounds of Om. Open your eyes and move into child's pose while I turn on the music. Bring your knees wide and your feet together. Move your arms forward and start to feel that release in your hips, and also that the muscles, the activating of your upper back as you stretch forward here. You can bring your forehead down to the floor. Take a deep breath. On your inhale, walk your hands over to the right. Feel that stretch in your side body and the hips settling in a little bit further, a little deeper. On your inhale, walk your hands back to the center. And exhale over to the left. Feeling that stretch in your side body. Maybe even to the lower back. Feeling your hips settle in. A little deeper in pose. Inhale. Then exhale. Walk your hands back to the front. Come up to a tabletop. And let's explore just a moment what the upper back is doing in this tabletop. You're actually really utilizing the muscles of their upper back between the shoulder blades. There's actually a lot of mobility. Because here I am, I'm using my muscles here, or if I just let go, it can sink down like that. That's not what you want. You want to use the muscles here to keep a flat back. And we will be referring to that throughout the class. Now turn your hands around. Get that intense stretch in the front of the wrists. Stretch back a little further. Now coming to a Vinyasa, hero's seat. Bring your knees together in the front. You might want to use your hands to move your calves back so you can sit between your feet. Try to get all 10 toes on the floor. Now we'll start with another wrist stretch. So put your fingers together like that. Let's try a way that doesn't seem natural. And start figure eights here. You probably started your figure eight in the way that seems most comfortable. Now reverse that, go the opposite way. It's a little awkward for me. Stretch that out. Staying in your Virasana. Take your right hand over here, inhale. And exhale into the pose. And start utilizing your neck. You actually use your neck a lot in yoga class. So you want to start warming that up a little bit. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. One more time in your room. Also feeling that stretch in your side body. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Continuing with the neck. Using the neck, warming up the neck, getting a little bit of flexibility, mobility in your neck here. While you're also feeling that stretch in your side leg. And come up. Inhale, bring your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand comes behind. And a gentle twist here. If possible, look towards the back of the room. And we're starting to warm up the abdominals as well. And still the neck. Inhale back to the front. Exhale to the other side. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, back to the front. Now, from your Vinyasa, bring your hands down, stretch the right leg back. Now we're going to start warming up that ankle here. So play with it, it'll go going forward and back. Bring your right knee down, your left knee back. Stretch here. And let's take our first downward facing dog. Might want to pedal out the feet a little bit. On your next inhale, press your right hand down. See if your left hand can come back to your ankle or somewhere else on your leg is fine. Look underneath your arm. Take a deep breath in. Out. And then change sides here. Look under your arm. Take a deep full breath. And then the right hand comes back. Hold your downward facing dog here. Then walk your feet up between your hands. And rooting the feet firmly in the floor. Roll up. Once you roll all the way to the top, take a little gentle rotation of your head. Stand in Tadasana. Close your eyes here for just a moment. Feel the four corners of your feet rooting down into the earth. Feel that energy flowing up from the earth, all the way from the core of the earth. Up through your feet, all the way up to your pelvis. Now you might want to open your eyes here. Let's play around with the tailbone a little bit from Tadasana. Tuck the tailbone, and then untuck it. Tuck it again. Those muscles that you're using to tuck and untuck the tailbone, that's where your first chakra is. And we're going to be warming that up some more, but we're moving into Surya Namaskar, which actually warms up the entire body. So bring some stillness into your body. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot comes back to a lunge. Exhale, left foot comes back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot comes up a three-legged dog, keeping the leg turned in. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, left foot comes forward to meet the right. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, left foot comes back to low lunge. Exhale, right foot comes back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, arms Stay right there for Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot comes up to three-legged dog, legs staying turned in. Exhale, left foot comes forward between the hands. Inhale, right foot comes forward to meet the left. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot comes back, low lunge. Exhale, left foot comes back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, option for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. Inhale, left foot comes forward to meet the right. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot comes back to low lunge. Exhale, right foot comes back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, option for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. Inhale, right foot comes forward to meet the left. Exhale, Uttanasana. Knee, nose towards knee. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms above head. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, right foot comes back to low lunge. Exhale, left foot comes back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, left foot comes forward to meet the right. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot comes back to low lunge. Exhale, plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, left leg comes forward between the hands. Inhale, right foot comes forward to meet the left. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chair. Inhale, hands come down, prepare. Exhale, option for jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here, take 3 deep breaths on your own. Making sure your shoulders are spread apart. You can really feel that stretch underneath the armpits. And the back of your shoulder blades are working. You can also feel that stretch, that intense stretch about your hamstrings. And your head is between your arms and looking towards your navel. Deep breath. One more deep breath. Inhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. No, inhale, right leg comes to three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Inhale, rise up for warrior two. Exhale, in the pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hips come back, right arm reaches forward, right leg straightens for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale, look up at your hand if possible. Hold here for a breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale here, looking up at your hand. right leg is bent deeply, your right elbow is on your knee, and your chest and heart is wide open here as you look up at your hand. Inhale that left hand down and walk over to the left side of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged standing forward bend. We're not going to move our head down to the earth this time. Just stand here in a flat back and feel that use of the muscles between your shoulder blades. See what it feels like if you just drop them. And then back to where you should be. There we go. And right foot turns forward to the front. Both hands come back to the front. Into a low lunge. And step back. Downward facing dog. Left side. Left leg comes up with three-legged dog. Exhale. Left foot comes between the hands. Inhale. Lift up your body to warrior two. Exhale. In the pose. Inhale. Peaceful warrior. Exhale. Your hips come back. Your left arm stretches forward towards the front of the mat and down, and you look up for Trikonasana. Hold here a full breath. Knit your ribs together. Both legs are strong, straight. Your chest and heart center is wide open as you look up at the right arm if it's in your practice. Inhale, straighten up, and exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle, bring the left arm to your left knee. Right arm comes above the head, take a deep breath here. Sink further into that bended knee if possible, knit your ribs together. A little tiny tuck in the tailbone. Your heart is wide open here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the hands down and walk over to the right side of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. Once again on this side, we're just going to keep our arms straight, looking forward here, really engaging those muscles on the shoulder blades. We drop down just to get an idea of the difference. Back up, walk your hands forward to a low lunge. And exhale, the left foot comes back to downward facing dog. Take a Vinyasa if you like. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up with three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands for low lunge. Inhale, left foot comes back. Rise up for warrior two. Exhale in the pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, triangle. Full breath here. Inhale, left. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. This time challenge yourself to bring the right arm down in the front of your right foot. Your left arm overhead. Hold here. Inhale. Continuing to open up that chest. And exhale in the pose. Inhale, walk your hands around to Prasarita Padottanasana. Look up, inhale. Exhale, see if you can bring your head down. As an option. If you have your head down the floor, try a few attempts of just lifting your heels up. And notice how much you have to really engage your abdominal muscles in this position. One more time. Inhale back to the flat back. Exhale here. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. We're going to bring our goddess elbows all the way down to our knees. Really stretch out the pelvis area, pelvic area. Walk your hands back around to the front for a lizard pose. But we're not coming down to elbows yet. Just keep your arms straight here. Look forward. Lizards always look forward. And concentrate for a moment here on your back leg. It should not be turned out. It should not be turned in. It should be straight up and down, which to me kind of feels like internal rotation. And so inhale, full breath here. Exhale, inhale, bring your right leg back to plank. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg comes up to three-legged dog. Exhale, left leg comes forward between the hands for low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, right foot comes down to the floor. Lift up, exhale, in the pose, pull your ribs together. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hips come back, reach forward for triangle. And look up at the hand, full breath here. Inhale, exhale to warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. See if you can bring your left arm down to the floor this time. Exhale, look up at the hand, take a full breath here. Really opening up your chest here to the side, looking up at your hand if possible. Inhale, walk your right hand, both hands over to the right side for forward bend. You can stay here with your arms straight and flat back, or you can challenge yourself to bring your head down as much as possible. And if you can, get your head all the way to the floor. Try again those releves. Really engaging your abs here. One more time. I lied. One more time. Continue breathing. Inhale, flat back. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up to flying warrior. Exhale, turn your feet in for a goddess. Your goddess elbows are coming down to those goddess knees, and you're going to rock back and forth a little bit, feeling that stretch here. And then your hands come forward. You come forward to the front of the mat for a lizard here. Keeping your lizard arms straight, your back leg turned in. Inhale, left leg flies around to plank. Hold that plank for just a moment. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right. Take a Vinyasa if you like. Go forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, look up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up with three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. Inhale, warrior two, left foot plants. And exhale in the pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hips come back for triangle. Hold here for a full breath. Inhale, lift up. And exhale into warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. Arm comes above head. If possible, take the bind here. Continue holding this pose, or you can move the left foot forward. Come up into bird of paradise. Your left foot is firmly on the ground. Lift up your body with your right leg coming up. Extend your right leg. Look over to the left. Full breath here. And then reverse those motions. Right foot comes back. Left foot comes back to the back. comes down, extended side angle. And walk over to the left side of the mat for forward bend. You can either stay here with flat back, or if possible, on the exhale, bring your head down. This time, you're going to take, where you have the option to take a tripod headstand. Take a full breath here. Exhale, bring your feet back down. Lift up to flat back here. Take an exhale here. Inhale, lift to goddess. No, flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. Take a little back and forth here. Walk your hands toward the front for a lizard pose. Now this time you have the option to bring your elbows to the floor. Let's just hold this pose for a moment because it is a pretty intense stretch of the pelvic girdle here. Looking forward. That's also a challenge, is looking forward in this pose. I find that if you tuck your tailbone here, it makes it more possible to look forward. And then if you have your elbows down on the floor, inhale back to forearm plank. And hold here. Come up into dolphin pose. Looking between your hands. And then lift your hands up. And take the downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, left leg comes forward between the hands. Inhale, warrior two. Left. Exhale in the pose. Knitting your ribs together. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, triangle. Reach forward, down. Look up. Take a full breath here. Chest is open. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale in the pose. Inhale, extended side angle. Your arm comes above your head. And you have the option now to take a bind. If you are in the bind, you have an option for vertical paradise. Bring your right leg forward. And then slowly straighten up on your right leg. Your left leg comes up. Your left leg extends. Your right, you look to the right. Take a breath here. And now reverse those motions. Left foot down, right foot back. Left hand down for extended side angle. Now both hands come down, so you walk over to wide-legged standing forward fold. You can hold here in this position. You can try moving your head down. And you also have the option to come up into a tripod headstand. Take a deep breath here. The next exhale, bring the feet back down to the floor. Lift up to flat back. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale. All the way up to a flying warrior. Exhale, goddess. All the way down to your knees here. Feel that stretch on your hips. Walk your hands forward for a lizard pose. Looking forward. Keep that internal rotation of your right leg. If possible, bring your elbows down. See if you can continue looking forward. Maybe tucking the tailbone a little bit. And relaxing the upper back. Inhale, your left leg comes back to a forearm plank. Exhale here. Inhale, come up into dolphin. Looking forward between your hands. And exhale here. Inhale, your elbows come up. And back to downward facing dog. You may need to adjust a little bit. And take a vinyasa if you like. Or you can take child's pose. And everyone meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Plie. Exhale, jump between the hands. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. See if you can hook that left elbow outside of your right knee. Now take a moment here. Keep your hands in prayer. Take a moment to look at your knees and try to make sure that they are even and both facing forward to the front of the mat. And then if possible, look back to the ceiling. Full breath here. Inhale and exhale. And the next inhale, your left leg comes back to a twisted lunge here. Now, it is possible to take a bind here, or you can keep your hands in heart center. Just keep one of those positions, either hand and heart center, or take the bind. Look down at your foot, and then slowly bring the left foot back and down. Sit down so that you're here in Matsendrasana. Take a look to the back of the room. And feel that twist here. We have moved up to the third chakra, activating that third chakra here, which is in the area of your abdominals or your solar plexus. It is your seat of power. Take another breath here. And then release that bind or your prayer hands. Take a counter pose to the other side. Your head can come down here. Inhale back up. Bring your feet hips width distance apart, your hands behind your back. Exhale here. We're going to inhale into reverse tabletop. And your head can come back here if possible. A little deep breath here. And exhale, come down. Set up for boat pose. So your feet forward, your hands are reaching forward, and see if you can lift your feet up to a boat pose. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, cross your legs in front of you. Move your hands to the floor in front of you and jump or step back into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. We're going to move into side plank over on your left hand so the body moves to the right. You are balancing on your left hand, your left foot. Stack your right foot on top of your left foot. Your hips are pressing up. And if possible, your right arm comes up. Look towards that hand. And you have the option to raise your right foot, bring it back behind you for a back bend here in Rock Star. If you're in Rock Star, take a deep breath, or otherwise hold your side plank. And then exhale, come back to the plank. And meet us in downward facing dog. Step the left foot in front, between your hands. Rise up, your right knee coming up to your chest. Your arms can grab your right knee. And settle into Garudasana, eagle pose. Your arms are out. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. Try to bring your elbows up here. And then bend forward more in the pose. Now this does work on your third chakra still, but we're also coming back to that sensation of stretching out the muscles between the shoulder blades. And that will help us when we go into our back bend. No, not back bend, inversion, woohoo, which is next. And unfold, unwrap to Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here, then twist to the left. Hooking that right elbow outside the left knee. Take a look at your knees to see if they are even. Inhale here, and on the exhale, see if you can look up at the ceiling and keep your balance here. Full breath here. Inhale, the right leg comes back to a low lunge, a twisted lunge. And you can either keep your hands here in heart center, or you can move into that bind. Inhale. See if you can look at the ceiling here. Take another in breath, a deep breath in. And on the exhale, move your knee down. Settle into that Matsyendrasana legs. And exhale. Look at the back of the room. Take a deep breath here. Another deep breath. Inhale, let go of those arms. And exhale, a counter pose to the right. Inhale, plant your feet in front of you. Your arms are about a foot behind you. And on your inhale, lift your hips. Reverse tabletop. Drop your head if you like. Take a deep breath in. Inhale again. On your exhale, bring your body down, your pelvis down. Set up for boat pose. Your feet are ready, your arms are stretched. On your inhale, see if you can lift your legs into that boat pose. Exhale, take a full breath in. Really engaging that third chakra, those abdominals. And then your feet come beneath you, you roll over your feet, your hands come to the floor, and jump or step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to the plank, and now side plank. Over onto your right hand and your right foot. Inhale, see if you can look up. And you have the option to take rock star here. So your left leg lifts, comes back for that back bend. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, come back to a plank. Now step your right foot forward between your hands. And on your next inhale, bring your left knee up. Hold on to your knee here. And come into Garudasana, eagle pose. On your right side, your arms are out. Your left arm comes up. Below your right arm. See if you can lift your elbows here. Fold forward as far as you can over those knees. Feel that stretch, intense stretch in the back of your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in and out. body to Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Make your way down. You're preparing for a headstand. You know, any yoga class that talks about fear is going to have some sort of inversion in it. So just come down to your knees. Now, put your elbows down here on the floor. You can use your elbows as guidance to see how far your elbow should be. Bring your hands to your elbows and straighten your arms out in front of you. And then bring your arms together in the middle. Clasp your hands like this to make a little basket. And then tip forward. You're putting the crown of your head back behind your hands. You may have to bring your feet up like this. And now see if you can straighten your feet. Now this may be your inversion today, and that is fine. But you may be able to go into a handstand. Now if headstand is not really in your practice, just see if you can take turns just bringing one foot up at a time and straightening your back and seeing how much of your abdominals you have to use. Or you can come up into full expression of this pose. Bring your legs up. Now I usually like to hold a headstand for 50 breaths. We're not going to spend quite that long on it today. But take a few deep breaths on your own. If you do have your legs up in a headstand, it might help you to have your legs straight. We'll keep up there for another moment or so while I continue talking here. I find that coming up into headstand, from your feet on the floor to that scary part where you bring them in, takes a lot of abdominal strength. But once you have your feet up in the air, and you are counting your deep breaths, if you're counting up to 50 inhalations, exhalations, what really starts to hurt, because you're using your muscles, is the muscles that we've been working on this entire class between the shoulder blades. Now, inversions are really key for your 6th chakra, but I find you could say that they are working your whole body too, because of what I just said. They're using your abdominals, and you're really using your upper back. Your neck is certainly being used in this, although you're not really putting much pressure on your neck, but it's engaged a little bit. But it's really your forearms pressing down into the floor. So if you have come up into that headstand, or whether you have not, bring your feet back down to the earth, and just take a child's pose here. Stretching your arms out in front of you, bringing your forehead down to the earth. Deep breath here. We're going to move on into our back bends, which today we are going to do for a back bend. You're going to do wheel, bridge, then wheel. Bring your feet out in front of you. Let's utilize that entire spine again as you slowly lower all the way to the floor. Bring your feet as close to your hips as possible. Make sure your feet and your knees are parallel. They're about hips distance apart. Your hands reach down towards your feet. Press up. Let's just isolate that tailbone again. So you're tucking your tailbone and you're releasing it. Do that a couple more times, tucking your tailbone and releasing it. This time, tuck your tailbone, roll all the way up, tuck your shoulders underneath. See if you can clasp your hands behind. Push up. Your hips are pushing towards the ceiling. Your hip bones are pushing towards the ceiling. Try to keep some space between your neck and your body. And roll down. Take a moment to windshield wiper your legs back and forward. Let's set up again for another bridge pose. Roll up, tuck the tailbone, lower, middle, upper. Tuck your shoulders under, clasp your hands. See if you can come up a little higher. This time really concentrate on opening of your chest. Your heart, this is a heart opener. Your chest is opening and pointing towards the back of the room. This is your fourth chakra. Fourth chakra opener, the heart center. Roll back down. You can either do that one more time or you can take full wheel. Urdhva If you're taking the full wheel, your arms come up, your hands are flexed, the hands come back towards your shoulders, planted firmly on the floor. Keep your elbows pointing together or parallel. Push up onto the crown of your head and then all the way up. Make sure your feet are staying parallel as if you're pressing a block between your feet. Really feel that heart opener again. Try to look down between your hands. And then tuck your chin. Come back down. For a moment here, just don't do anything except taking a deep breath. See where it is in your back that needs to be released. Windshield wiper those knees again. And finally bring your knees into your chest. Put your arms around you. And roll around here. Feeling that stretch in your back, your lower back. Your arms out to the side, your legs straight up. See if you can do that same eagle wrap, or you can just bend your knees like this. And your knees are to the left, looking over to the right. Stretch here for just an inhale, exhale. Feeling that release in your lower back. Inhale the legs up. Switch sides. So either like this, or those Vinyasa eagle legs. Move to the right, look to the left. Take a deep breath here. Another deep breath. Inhale the knees back up. And roll back and forth. Getting a little massage of this whole entire spine. Feels good. Now, your feet are coming together for butterfly pose. So, your feet are about 1.5 feet in front of your pelvis. See if you can basket those hands around your feet. See if you can bring your 6th chakra. We got a little 5th chakra in there with the back bends. And now we're moving on to the 6th chakra, which is your 3rd eye, your seat of intuition. Bring that down to the middle of your feet. Take a deep breath here, a few deep breaths. And inhale, lift back up. Might want to take a couple of little, back to our morphogram. Just a little bit of undulation of the spine again. Your legs stretch forward. Roll down into Shavasana. I want to show you one little trick I learned for relaxing the shoulder blades again during Shavasana as you get set up for Shavasana. So bring your hands together. You lift up your shoulder blades. They're lifted up off the floor. And then you drop your shoulder blades down. Once your shoulder blades are resting on the earth, drop your arms down to the floor. And then your arms come out. And then you just completely rest. Not only your shoulder blades, your arms, but your entire body. We'll do just a little bit of yoga nidra here. Check in with your feet. Are they relaxed? Your legs? Are they relaxed? Your buttocks, your hips? Are they relaxed? Your abdomen, your chest, your ribs, your shoulders, your arms, your neck, your entire head, your face, even your scalp. Continue resting in Shavasana for as long as you like here. In a few more minutes of class. Continue resting here. Check in with your relationship, with your chakra system, 1 through 7. Shavasana focuses on chakra 7. Connection with universal consciousness. What is your relationship with universal consciousness? You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. If you enjoyed the playlist, I pulled all of the songs except for one from Jasal Parik's playlist on Spotify called Yoga Songs Featuring South Asian Artists. You can find that on Spotify. Thank you.